party peoples. We are going to be talking about Smackdown. I promise y'all it's going to be short and sweet. It will not be long. But before we do that, let me please reiterate. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. It always helps the algorithm and it helps my channel. Okay? If you are watching, it is a free 99 to watch. Appreciate you. Okay? So, bare minimum, please give me a thumbs up. All right? Now, before we get into it, I have to say hi to my peoples. All right, first people in is the top commenters of the day. Next week we're going to start doing handing out the memberships. Now, the memberships are gifted for 1 month, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you get a membership for 1 month. Everything else is up to you. You guys can go and sign up. I keep my memberships extremely low. Okay, you can go over there and sign up. The membership is at 99 cents and $2.99. No more, no less. Okay. Once I get my t-shirts up, because I finally got a graphic designer that's going to do what I want, then the $2.99 tier will get a free United States of Tiffany shirt for free because you are a part of my membership. Okay. But if you're on a 99 cent tier, you get a discount, but you're not going to get the shirt for free. Sorry. Anyways, top commenter of the day goes to Kayla. Kayla was in here first. Appreciate you, Kayla, for coming in numero uno. Then we have Sasha. Donnie's here. B. Jeffers, Young Boy Jay. And then we have Nika to round out the top 5 commenters of the day. Y'all, I'm going to get to all of the mess, I promise. Okay, we're going to get to it. Hello, how y'all doing? All right. Let me see. Very good. He said Smackdown was very punctual today. Yes, it was. Come on, Blonde. Yeah, I could do a little blonde, just a little bit. If y'all wondering what he talking about, hold tight, child. Big vacuuming, baby. Anyway, this picture is what he's referring to, okay? I do have my moments, child. I be telling Don all the time, when I be cutting up, it's because I ain't had my hair done in a minute. I got to get my hair done. Okay? To make me feel better. And yes, please like the video. Liking the video always boosts the algorithm as well. I need that. I need that in my life. Any whoosies, let's get into this mess. Okay? I'm going through y'all comments. Hey, Tirza. All right. Let me get a picture. One more picture from Twitter for this. And then we're going to dive right into it. Not that kind of picture. And we're going to dive right into it. So, ooh. Okay, here we go. So SmackDown kicked off with Cody. Cody had to be the first one. I mean, he did win the championship on Sunday, so they had to give Cody his ultimate time to shine, child. We love that for Cody. We love the fact that Cody get to be, the king of the mountain. He done recognized that SmackDown is his new kingdom. And he is gonna rule it. We gonna see how Cody's gonna rule this new kingdom. Okay, we gonna see. But anyways, Cody came out there and he talked. He gave a minor speech and he told us what The Rock gave him. And he said The Rock gave him a gift that he gifted to him at one point. And he said that he immediately recognized it. It was awkward. It was strange. And then he quoted his wife. And I do have the clip from the AEW days. He quoted his wife. And let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see. There it is. Here she goes.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
That was her. That was the quote that he quoted. It was his wife. Okay. Damn, Alexis went in on Tiffany Stratton. I'm gonna get to Tiffany Stratton in a second. I promise y'all. So They let Cody cut a promo. He cut it fine. Nobody was, blocking him or telling him, or coming out there interrupting this time. He was able to cut his promo, and then he went in the back. But the interesting part was the bloodline. So obviously the bloodline has lost some of its power and its luster with this tribal chief going down in the epic fashion that they did and then just disappearing into the darkness. There's no more leader, which in a sense to us would mean no more tribal chief, right? You would be wrong if you think that. You would definitely be wrong because that is not true whatsoever. You see, as they came into SmackDown, they realized that the new era brought in a whole new regime. And that means when one power goes down, a new power rises. And because y'all omnipotent king is down in the ground, or at least he's down for now, a new king is taking over. And the kingdom has changed, which means the fallen regime no longer has any weight in the industry. And they now don't know where to go or what to do. Solo was very upset that that locker room that they would normally go in now had Cody Rhodes's insignia on it, his moniker. It had his logo, and they didn't like that. And of course, Pauline, being the voice of reason, the wise man, essentially called off Solo, and he basically said, "Hey, when you lose, there are consequences, and those consequences mean that this is a consequence. We lost. Now it is time to regroup and follow the tribal chief's edict. But we'll get back to where we were, which okay, Brown." So they went out to the ring, and so my father is stupid. Solo was out there, and well, as Paul was giving his impassioned speech, was basically to rally the troops to let them know that the tribal chief wasn't down and out. He was regrouping, right? He was about to tell everybody what the tribal chief was gonna do, but then Solo interrupted and said, "When you lose, there are consequences, right?" And Pauline said, yeah, there are. And he said, right. And when you lose, there are changes, right? And he said, yeah. So Solo moved Pauline out the way and went over to his older brother, Jimmy. Jimmy standing there is like, "What you finna do to me? You finna take me out?"
Polo Jim.
I'm your family. I'm your brother. He hugged him. He pulled a Roman is what he did. Okay, because that's some Roman Reigns shit.
Straight hugged him, said,
he hugged you.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am. But he didn't need no Brown. He had somebody else come in there and do it. He had this man come in there and do it. He had Tama Tonga coming there and do it. Y'all don't know who Tama Tonga is? I'm finna tell you. Oh, I love me some Tama Tonga. Okay. I don't care if he heel. I don't care if he face. I don't care if he anti-hero. I don't care. Look at him. Ask me why. Just look at him. Okay? Look at him.
I'm not gonna look at him.
I ain't asking you. You stay over there in your dragon's dogma. I'm talking to them. Y'all, those who know what I'm talking about, just look at him. That's why. Okay? Now, the vicious way that they attacked Jimmy was nuts. Okay? They beat the brakes off of Jimmy. They put a chair around that man's head, and Solo beat the hell out of Jimmy. Tama Tonga beat him down. Paul Heyman was terrified. He tried to call Roman, and Solo took the phone and stomped it into the mat. Now, Paul got two phones. I got two phones, one for the club and one for the hoes. He got two, okay? And his ass did not pull out that phone. Now, see, if he was smart, he would have waited and be like, final boss. I'm being held kidnapped. I've been kidnapped. I'm being held hostage. You gotta come save me. You better do something, baby. Because it looked like you answered to the new tribal chief. And the new tribal chief is Solo Sokoa. And the man, the right-hand man to him is Tama Tonga. That's a dangerous combination right there. Okay? But I don't see that lasting too long. You see, if you know Tama Tonga like I know Tama Tonga, he ain't gonna take orders but for so long. You feel me? So I don't know. I don't see that being too much of a problem too long unless they bring in Jacob. If they bring in Jacob, then it's a new bloodline and it's a new fucking problem. It's a new goddamn problem. That's a whole problem, okay? Okay, right. I was like, girl, pull your bra. Yeah, her titties almost came out. I get to her in a minute. Yeah, she almost had a nip slip moment. Smackdown don't play that OT shit. They definitely don't. 2 minutes off before 10. I was shocked, child. Smackdown said, listen, we did our part. It's time to go. Okay. Anything else can go on a WWE exclusive and we'll put that on Twitter, but we got to go. Cause Fox don't play that shit. Fox like, look, we got news and TV shows to run. We don't have time to be worried about WWE going over for 5 minutes. We don't have time for that shit. 2024, and I'm rooting for Cody and CM Punk. 2020 me would kick my ass. Listen, I've always said that you're a woman and you can change your mind. You're a man, you can change your mind. People will surprise you with how they show you growth. CM Punk has grown as a person. There are some things that he's done that he's admitted that weren't necessarily the right thing to do, but he has admitted that. And that's another thing, which I'll get to that in a minute. Let's stay on SmackDown. Now, I play that whole thing. She called Jay the heifer. Who called who heifer? What we talking about? He on SmackDown with Jay. Yeah, listen, I was scared too, for real. I called Tiff to make sure I was seeing right when everyone was talking about Tama. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you were seeing it right. I always make sure that you seeing it right. Hey, Dad. Alexis said hi. He said, hey, Alexis. Solo has a lot of nerve. Young man ain't win a match in over 9 months. Who is he to talk about consequences? He ain't lose at WrestleMania. His brother did. He's no Roman, though. Now, he ain't got to be Roman, baby. He's Tama. That's the difference. See, how you feel about Roman is how I feel about Tama Tonga. I don't give a damn what you're talking about, baby. What you're not going to do talk about mine, I don't talk about yours. I let you have yours. You be having high key moments with yours. I let you have that. Oh, you going to let me have mine with Tama Tonga. You gonna let me have mine. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're not going to shit on it. We're not, because he's fine. I don't care. I don't care. Solo looks like an over inbreed boy. Hey, he does not.
That is wild.
That's me. I like Solo. I like him, but he was mean as hell today. He was mean as a snake today, baby. Y'all ain't ready for Jacob's crazy ass. Oh, Jacob curse in a minute, which is why I think they might hold off and bring Jacob in there until they get to that 2025 when they on Netflix. All hell gonna break loose when they on Netflix. It's gonna be a lot of F-bombs, bitches and hoes, sluts, your mamas. That's why I fucked your bitch type shit. You hear me? You feel me? I can't wait. It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be nasty.
Nasty work.
How Tears sees Roman is how I see Tom. Now, B. Jeffers, back the fuck off, okay? You go find you another Samoan or Tongan man to obsess over. You back up off of Tama, okay? That ain't your business. That's not where you reside. I only got 4 in this little circle. I only got 4. That's Big E, my distinguished twins in the Usos, and Tama Tonga. And I'll fight you over Tama Tonga. I will fight you. Okay? We can fight. I'm going to win too. I'm telling you. Back your ass up. You get cut round her. Fox be quick to play the damn news. Hey, you let them run their news. Them old people gotta have them news, okay? Brandy at the end of the promo, she cut out Jade at AEW. Oh, she did call her heifer at the end. She did. Tama is a fine ass man. Y'all better go on somewhere. Y'all better go on somewhere. Okay? Mind your business. Close your eyes. You better mind your business, Tears. I'm not playing with you. You mind your business. Don't worry about what Tama doing. You worry about yours. Okay? Roman is at home on the treadmill smirking in the camera. Don't worry about what Tama doing. Don't worry about it. He said he is. And I was like, same. We all had that one Samoa or Target. Pauline is the damsel in distress. Well, it's his fault. It's his fault. Not even with the light skin eyebrow. Roman is the king of the light skin eyebrow. Listen, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of what y'all talking about. I really don't. I truly don't. Jacob is definitely going to. They're going to be going off, honey. Roman going to come back and help Jimmy and Jay. I'm calling it. You think so? I don't know. Roman prefers to be in that heel bag. The only way that he would allow that to even happen is if Roman gets to be himself, but he still gets to be a face. So he get to do dirty shit, but get cheered for it. You feel what I'm saying? To the right people. He hurting the right people. Do that make sense? That's the only way that would work, because he doesn't want to be a face, and I don't blame him. Being a baby face can be a little crippling sometimes, because they don't really allow you to be a complicated person but still a good person. Because I'm a good person, but you fuck me over, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Consequences be the actions of your actions beget consequences. If you come at me, I'm a good person at heart. I'm not trying to hurt nobody at heart, but I will defend myself. You feel me? That's just true tea. Jacob would be ending whole shows. It'd be all types of bitches and hoes in them damn promos, okay? Jacob cursed like a damn sailor. Oh, Jacob will say the most off the cuff shit and back it up. If he says he's gonna fuck your girl, and he will, and your girl would let him in, she definitely would. Why choose between Roman or Tama when you can have both? They both are fine. Listen, I'm not trying to fight with tears over Roman. Okay, I know how to admire somebody from afar, and that's what I'm gonna do. I will admire Tama from afar. That man's a married man. But listen, what I'm not about to do is listen to nobody shit on him, because they got their own. Tears got her own standard of what she would lust over. That is fine. I don't shit on her for that. I tell her, girl, he cute. You do you. I've always thought Roman was attractive, but what you're not gonna do and shit on mine because he don't look like yours. He don't got to, okay? And he don't need to. He is who he is. That's the point. Huh? Huh? It is what it is. I don't have to worry about her, and she don't have to worry about me. That's why we cool, okay? But I'll fight a bitch. I will. AJ's my number one. He's my main, okay? I always fight over Jared. I'll beat a bitch ass over Jared. But Tom Tonga and Big E, them my Mount Rushmores. Mind your business is all I'm going to tell you when it comes to that. Because our sister isn't here, I'll do it for her. Dylan, and Dylan. Shut the fuck up, Don. Tips on that same level I have for Joe. Definitely am. For sure. I am not reading that comment, Tirza, because you be on 1,000, okay? Dry, look at this. Look what she put in the comments.
Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong side.
Look. I am not reading that.
Y'all didn't tingle.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Hiram, don't get your ass whooped. Okay? Please don't. Please don't. I do not want to be whooping no child's ass. Okay? But I will. She said, I didn't know this was open night. Mike night, bitch. That's what she said. He said, oh my stars, Tears. You knew she was gonna say that. She says that all the time. Yeah, she ain't gonna pause, babe. No, she ain't gonna pause.
Her love for Roman.
Because that's a man. Roman doesn't do it for me. I mean, he's very attractive, but he's not my type. Roman does it for a lot of people. And I'm not even gonna lie, I fully understand why. Fully understand why. Period. Samoa Joseph is the only person I want to read me bedtime stories. What? Y'all ignorant. Don't be crossing your arms, B. Jeffers. Go find you another one. It's a whole bunch of them. Go find you somebody else. Now stares at Aaliyah. Oh, they fighting in the comments. They is fighting. If it's Austin Theory, I'ma slap you, Don. I promise you. There's a cream for that. Tears.
Not that kind of tangle, people. Not that kind of tangle.
Don't do Tears like that. If it's Austin Theory, I'ma slap you. Well, who is it? Because you should know better. I gotta get back on track. Y'all messing me up. Then, while Don put it in the comments, then after Tama and them attacked Jimmy got sent back to the trainer's room. Pauline went in there to visit him to see if he was okay. Obviously, he is not doing okay. Paul is in complete shock, okay? He does not know how to react or move. And as he was coming out, Tama Tonga was on his ass like white on rice. He said, I'm here on orders from the tribal chief. And then Pauline kind of perked up a little bit because he thought he had some saving grace because he thought that order was from Roman. But now, baby. The new tribal chief is Solo. Now, see, if you was paying attention during this whole bloodline saga, then you remember when Jay Uso left, there was, a couple weeks back, actually, before Rock came out and they had their official little conversation with him, officially being a part of the bloodline, Roman appointed Solo as the next in line to be the tribal chief. And Jimmy thought it was going to be him, but he gave that moniker to Solo. With Roman going down, I mean, technically, he is the new tribal chief, technically. You feel what I'm saying? Child, it's getting ugly in here. It's a new bloodline on the horizon, and all the OG members is out, and the only one that's left is Pauline and motherfucking Solo, and they got Tama Tonga. And I promise you, if they add Jacob Fatu, because Jacob Fatu has signed to the WWE as well, if they add Jacob Fatu and create this new bloodline, my mind is telling me that that's not what's going to happen. My mind is telling me that Rock is going to come back and then the bloodline is going to be following after him. While he calls himself the final boss, technically he could be considered a tribal chief as well, or more specifically, a higher chief. That is for y'all to figure out, for everybody who understands the Samoan and Tongan hierarchy. I'm not going to go into I'm not going to figure out how it works in their culture because I don't know. I only know it by how wrestling lore explains it. Okay, so I don't want to say something and I say it wrong. I'm gonna respect them people culture just like they will respect mine. You feel me? All right. So let me go back in these comments and then we'll get into the other parts. Okay. He said, if it's Austin, I'm coming back to your house. Fine, I guess I'll go back to Drew. Oh, you can have Drew, babe. Drew's attractive, but you can have him. I ain't fighting over you over Drew. If you know who I can never get tired of looking at, Trick Williams, because it's the chocolate for me. Trick Williams is a very attractive man. I have no issues with Trick Williams. I think Carmelo Hayes is attractive as well. So I feel you on why you like Trick Williams. I feel that. Okay, let me keep Vicky. You can have Tom. No. No, the answer to that is no. I'll say it in German. Nine. Okay? No. Find somebody else. Go get Xavier. I hear he packs quite the punch. I'm just playing. I like Xavier. Go on and obsess over Xavier. But no. No. Angel Garza, ew. You love you a pretty boy. You love you a pretty boy, Don. I don't know what it is about you, but I feel like Angel Garza would be too busy in the mirror putting on fucking cologne and goddamn gel in his hair every day. I don't like no motherfucker that's in the mirror more than me. I don't like that. That stank to me. That stank. I know who it is, Don. She said, really? He love him a pretty boy, child. He's been kicked off the mountain beach ever. Alexis, who did you think it was? I'm very curious about who she thought it was too. Bisexual Undertaker. They was calling that man bisexual Undertaker. They was calling him cunty Undertaker. Baby, them gears was giving. Angel, really? I guess, babe. I guess that's what they like. Garza is no. I'm okay. Not Bubba Sparks. Yes. Alexis with the save. I didn't care if I would have picked Damien for Don immediately. He been on Damien's tip for a while. He loved our president of the United States of bad bitchery. Okay. My mama will swing her cane for Drew. Lord have mercy. Drew basic. I think Drew's fine. He's okay. Why not? It's a reasonable deal. What is not, it's not reasonable. The answer is no. I'm not playing with you. What can I say? Yeah, you like a lot of pretty, you like the pretty boys, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Now when Drew was in them drawers, anyway, I bet it's the tearaway pants. Ew, gross. My mom loves Randy Orton. My sister loves Roman and Jay, and y'all know who I love, of course. I've seen Drew McIntyre in person twice, and I completely understand. TV doesn't do him justice. He's very, very sexy. I think he's an attractive man. I'll never take that from him. Plus, he's got a very good sense of humor, which that's always a plus for me. Raymond, ew! This is not a Wednesday night. Well, I can't like the ugly ones. Ain't I? Nobody I like is ugly. I'm just saying you like the dudes that's overtly pretty, and I don't. I don't want to. I'm not dating nobody that's pretty, and they think they're prettier than me. I'm not doing it. Eat a dick. I'm not doing that. Only a newly minted adult would say that's a good deal. Nah, give me a man who will fight me. Oh God, it's these comments. Oh, oh. Let's get back to SmackDown because y'all are acting up. Jesus Christ. I have never. So they had Bailey come out. Okay, I'm gonna do a little round robin and then we gonna have a little conversation. Bailey came out, Pammy Pockets came out there. She looked good with the championship around her waist. And Pam came out there and was talking her shit. Pam said, it's good that she finally won. She was happy about it. She loved doing it in front of people who wanted to see her win. They had her back and she loved that. It's nice to see Bailey as a face again. I haven't seen Bailey as a face in years. Okay. So it's nice to see Bailey as a face character again. Essentially, she was saying that it's time to give out opportunities. It's time to start. And she got ready to call out Naomi, but Tiffany Stratton's punk ass came out there in her newly minted Cher inspired gear, which did she execute it well? I think whoever crafted it did. But what I don't like about Tiffany gear nowadays is the fact that because she now has the new breasts, they're always exposed and potentially exposing them. I feel like Tiffany needs to be more conscious and aware of her gear because it's very easy for you to have a nip slip like Charlotte knows, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of the girls wear halter top style gear, or they'll make it so that there's some kind of mesh in between there. They wear them off the shoulder style gear like Chelsea's.
Some type of protection.
Something so that they don't have those issues. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do. Because I remember when Michin had her whole top broke in the back.
Yeah.
Charlotte's top broke in the back. Those kinds of things happen. Those are just errors of the job. But a nip slip is when the bra is not sitting, that top is not sitting right, or it's not double-sided tape down. And she almost had a nip slip today during this match with Naomi. But she came out there talking her bullshit. And because she was like, she basically was like, you giving out opportunities? Sure, I'll accept your open challenge and take your title from you. And Bailey was like, no, bitch. No, I wasn't giving out no open challenges. If you had let me finish talking before you came out here and interrupted me, you blow up Barbie looking bitch, you would have known that I was not talking to any old body. I was talking to Naomi. Then Nene came out there. And Naomi came out there. She was meaning business, okay? She came walking down there with a hard stomp. A nice little pep in her step, honey. And Naomi came in the ring, and Tiffany Stratton like, Naomi, I've beaten her. And I was like, girl, you cheated so you could. Let's just call a spade a spade. Every match you've won, even the ones you won against Michin, you cheated to win, okay? So let's not make it seem like you just out here dominating in these streets, okay? Now today, Naomi was like, look, girl, you picked me on the wrong day. You picked the wrong motherfucking day to try me, bitch. Okay, now look, I will gladly accept your challenge, Bailey. But she said, first I gotta teach this little bitch a lesson. First, I'm gonna earn my right to challenge Bailey, but then I'm gonna prove your little ass that everybody got to wait their time, and your time is not right now. It ain't Tiffany time, bitch. It's glow time. Go to hell. They got that ring. They went in there fighting, baby. They're scrapping. Naomi was tearing her ass up. Tiffany got a little jabs, couple little hits in there. Thought she was going to hit that prettiest moonsault, but Naomi said, no, I'm not going to do that. No. Baby, that girl, Naomi got that girl laid out, got her in the ring, hit her with that roll up. Baby, it was 1, 2, 3. And girl, Naomi won, okay? She was like, girl, you got to use your head. You got to think. It ain't much in that brain to think, but whatever. So Tiffany Stratton is out and Naomi is in. So next week. And I don't know where they're going to be next week. Where are they going to be at next week? They mentioned it, but I can't remember where it's going to be. Next week, it's going to be Naomi versus Bailey for the WWE Women's Championship. Speaking of women's matches, Chelsea and Piper were on the show today, and they basically was there to talk to Nick Aldis about how, Adam Pearce put Chelsea in a compromising position on Monday, how they put her in this match with Jade and how dangerous it was. Now that she has her partner back, she basically switched over to Nick, thinking that she would get a little bit of a reprieve. She'd get a decent match, but not something as difficult as Jade Cargill. And well, that didn't work out too well for Miss Chelsea Green. In fact, not only did she end up wrestling Jade Cargill again, but she ended up having to go up against the team of Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Now, my foreshadowing brain is telling me that this is just the beginning, because I feel like these two are going to go on to challenge Damage Control at Backlash in France. They just got to start setting it up, okay? So, let's get into Jade and Bianca did win the match. Jade ended up getting the pin. They won the match. Now, let's get into the matches that we saw today. There were 2 triple threats. One was early in the night, and the other one was the main event, okay? So, what we got in the first triple threat. First, let me go to y'all comments. Let me see what y'all saying in these comments, y'all. Let me look. He said, what do we want? The man we're fighting for. Wish that I had. It's been 5 years since Bayley was a face anti-hero type character.
Oh my God.
I've always liked Bayley. I love her even more when she's a face, but I just want her
real quick after that damn song.
Yeah, it did. I just want her to keep her edge as a face character. I don't want her to be a baby face like she was before. All right, she did. She looked absolutely stunning. I love that one piece she had on. I love her hair. Her haircut is gorgeous. Bayley's a bad bitch. If me and her could trade bodies, child, I'd be tearing some hoes up with Bayley body. You ain't fucked me, you fucked the old body. Hey. Tear some bitches up. It was cute, but I was scared her tits were gonna pop out. That's because they almost did. Tiffany Stratton's boobs did almost come out. It's just, I don't know what it is, but sometimes Charlotte, well, when they make their gear, the bra part be just enough. And I need them to make that bra part bigger so that they can still have the cleavage, but it don't do that. Because her titties almost, it was like she just had on a bra today. And I'm like, you can't wrestle in a fucking bra, bro. You gotta harness them damn things down. Create extra straps on that gear. Do something. It's a cute gear. It was a cute concept, but she almost had a nip slip today, and Fox definitely would have fined WWE for that shit. Yes, because Charlotte whole titty came out at Mania, child. Them tips were way too shiny, and she needed a new weave. Her shit was unblended, and that irritates my soul. I'm like, it was given very much Maurice circa 2002, 2003. And I was like, okay. Oh, Hiram and Leah in the comments arguing. I wish this match was on Backlash, but I have a feeling something fishy finna happen. They in Pittsburgh next week. Okay, that's where they are. That's Corey's hometown. So they're gonna wrestle in Pittsburgh. B. Jeffers, I think the reason why it's not happening at Backlash is because Bayley might she might still end up wrestling Naomi at Backlash. Tiffany probably gonna get involved in this match, and they might end up having, I don't know, they might end up doing something. Tiffany might be one of Bayley's challengers as well, because they seem to be putting her up in that arena of champion very, very early. I wish they would introduce a mid-card belt so that kind of shit didn't happen, and the vets that are there can get a true opportunity at those titles. But at least they don't, and I don't mean this in the wrong way, so don't nobody take it wrong, but at least they don't have Bianca mixed up in there just yet, because I don't want Bayley and Bianca to cross paths, because I feel like Bayley and Bianca have been crossing paths for 2 years. It's time for them to move on and go into different pastures. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, which is fine, because again, that keeps Jay out of the title scene for just a little bit. In terms of the main title, it gives Bayley a little bit of time as champion, and she won't be overrun with Jade and her entire aura. Because sometimes people are just too big and they can eat up everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, at this point, it's disrespectful. The purple gear was gorgeous. They both had great purple gear. Did you see what I tagged you in on X in regards to Bayley? No. Let me go to my notifications, because I haven't seen anything. I wish that I had. Bayley should have a 1-month reign. Oh, that's fucked up. Hell no, that tag if it's funny. I'm gonna say that. That's funny. That's funny. Why was I thinking of that song? I don't know. Or wear tape. They definitely can wear tape. You know her hair was looking a mess in 2003. Stop playing with me. Maurice or Liv Morgan circa Monday night. Child. Triple threat, maybe. I don't want a triple threat. I feel like, look, I'm all for chaos, and I know a lot of people like a lot of chaos, and I know a lot of people like Tiffany Stratton, and that's okay. But in my opinion, Tiffany Stratton got plenty of time to be champion. I'm not saying Naomi don't, but they done screwed Naomi over time and time and time again. I understand. Right. And even before that, before the shit with Sasha, like, they could have gave Naomi the title when she first turned heel in the E, but they was too busy giving. I'm not even gonna go down the road. I'm just gonna say, you have the opportunity to spread this shit out and diversify it. Do it now. Do it now while you got your greats right there, and give Tiffany enough time to build up. I don't like when people automatically just be like, "Oh, she knew she's great. Put her up there. Put her up there." No, give people chances. Give them time. You'll see them rushing Jade Cargill up there. No. Why? Because they want to have as much time with her as possible. The same thing should be said about Tiffany Stratton. And I don't care how many people scream it's Tiffy time. I don't give a fuck about none of that. The reality is everybody had a time, and Tiffany just gonna have to wait just like everybody else. But you can literally make this work for everyone without forcing Tiffany to be at the forefront. And there's other women that were there that deserve to have opportunities just as much, if not more, than Tiffany does. I'm just saying. I'm not saying she's not great. She's good in the ring. No one's denying any of that. But damn, Vega ain't touched the title since she won. And she the first queen of the ring. And ain't been champion at all.
Nothing after queen of the ring. Nothing.
She got nothing for it. So, damn.
Dude, they didn't even let her defend her shit.
No, like that. But see, Saudi, they're gonna be going to Saudi for King and Queen of the Ring this year again. I don't want Tiffany in the picture. Me either. I don't think now's the time for that. What's up, Tay? I heard you went to the show. Did you enjoy it? Tiff doesn't need a championship right now. Also, I feel it's too soon for Bayley to beat Naomi, because I want Naomi to get that belt. And she talking like she got shit. Girl, you only defended successfully against one person, and you've only had one championship. Meanwhile, Naomi has been champion twice in the WWE, and she's been tag team champion, and she went to another company and was championing. Like, your ass wasn't out here doing nothing. Be quiet. Sit down. Bitch, be humble. Okay? Be quiet. She win the tag titles with Mella. Yes, it was good. We got 2 more matches after. Oh, that's cool. She was in the tag team with Mella, and she won Queen of the Ring. Thanks, Don, you beat me to it. Oh, she did win the tag team titles with Mella. I forgot about that. Damn. My bad, Vega. They tearing your ass up on Twitter, but I got your back on this one, because I don't think you did what they said you did. But I don't know, because I feel like Sammy need to lose on Monday. Excuse me?
That is wild.
This is why me and you be arguing, because you be saying shit like this. Don, me and you gonna fight, because what the fuck is that? I don't care what Chad want. I don't care what Chad want. I don't give a fuck about what Chad Gable want. He better go home with a Coke and a smile. That's what he better go home with. Chad need to be due for his next pap smear. Prostate exam. That's what Chad due for. He ain't due for that. If he wanted the championship, he should have beat fucking Gunther on his own. Now, shit. He's only been tag champ and he's amazing. I don't care. I do not care. No. He said, lady, you need to shut the fuck up. Absolutely not. This is my show. My show. I refuse. I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to shut up. disrespectful. I said, go get a prostate exam. You're supposed to start getting them after 40. Am I wrong?
No.
See, that's fair. That's not disrespectful at all. Absolutely not. No. Anyway, LA Knight, Bobby, and Santos Escobar went up against each other to determine who was going to be the number one contender for Cody Rhodes' WWE Championship, and they would compete against him at Backlash. But first, you got to get a winner from this match, and then you needed a winner from the main event in this match. So, in this match, LA Knight won. Legado del Fantasma interfered. The Pride evened that out. And then Santos and them ended up falling to LA Knight. In this match, Kevin, Ray, and AJ put on a stellar match against each other. It was fun to watch that end match, that Styles Clash with Ray on the Kevin at the end was nuts. If you didn't see it, it was absolute craziness. Craziness, okay? I love it. So, AJ Styles ended up winning that match, okay? So, with AJ being, that's Brian Break. Brian ended up having a match with Cameron Grimes and he won. Huh? I don't know what they're doing with his booking, but it's irritating me. So I don't really care about it, but he won. Now, like I said, Kevin was in the match. He had the Detroit belt. He was out there. The cool transitions they got going on now is awesome. Everybody loves it. But anyways, hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, that Styles Clash on Kevin was sick. But anyways, AJ Styles won in the main event match. He was the winner of that one. So now the match is going to be, before they put this graphic out, they didn't know who it was going to be. But it is going to be LA Knight versus AJ Styles. And this is the second time these two will clash in an official match. And then whoever wins in this match will determine who is going to face Cody Rhodes at Backlash. And I guarantee you, I will bet money that it's going to be AJ Styles. It's going to be AJ Styles. I'm telling you. It's going to be AJ. Okay. Now, told y'all about the tag team match. We talked about Bayley. Okay. So let's talk about the tag team titles. The tag team titles were not on the show today. Grayson Waller had a video he put out on his Twitter, and then they had a video package that they put up, talking about how everybody was there to see them win, how everybody came out. And it was just like, dude, nobody was talking about you. Even when you won the titles, everybody was talking about Awesome Truth. They were not talking about you. No one cared, and they still don't. But they care enough to know who is going to challenge them for a title shot. And it says, I think this title shot is going to happen at Backlash. Okay, I'm not 100% sure of that, but I'm sure somebody in the comments will correct me. So the 4 teams that will compete are AOP, Authors of Pain, Legado del Fantasma, New Catch Republic, and the Street Profits. All of these teams are going to compete to have the number one contenders slot to go up against Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Now, to be honest with you, I definitely think Grayson Waller and Theory should drop those titles within the next 2 pay-per-views. They should not be tag team champions. I'm sorry. I think it was a waste of time to give them the tag team titles when you could have very easily given it to the Street Profits or the New Catch Republic in some capacity, but they gave it to them for some reason. I don't really understand the logic behind it. Like, Theory's got a 2-year streak going where he hasn't lost that Mania, and he should have lost this match. I don't care what anyone says. Everything was good as gold with Mela and Vega before Mela caught her hobbit and slapped her face off. Okay. Chad deserves it, but he's not beating Sammy unless he turns and cheats. Y'all use that word deserve a lot. Bobby looked like somebody granny. I can't. I feel like someone returning after that title match next week after Bayley retains. Like who? Like who's returning? There's nobody to return. I don't see it, Jay. I don't see it either unless the EO come out and want to, rematch for her championship. Other than that, no. It'll probably, I don't know what that means. Ray and AJ Styles from tonight at the end of their match. Okay. Anyways, so that was SmackDown. And next week, we're going to have the Fatal 4-Way next week. You're going to have the main event, which is going to be the number one contenders match between AJ Styles and LA Knight. And then, of course, this will probably happen at the top of the hour for SmackDown with Bayley and Naomi competing for the WWE Women's Championship. And then maybe we'll get Damage Control back up on the show next week, and we'll see if Asuka and Kyrie are going to be challenged by Bianca and Jade Cargill, which I hope. Logan Paul cut a promo on Randy Orton, which is one of the reasons why I'm assuming he was left out of these triple threat matches, because I was confused. I said, why isn't Randy in this one of these matches? What is happening? And I'm assuming that they might have Logan Paul go up against Randall by himself, which is cool. And I have a sneaky suspicion that Logan just might drop this title, and I know y'all probably gonna hate this. Logan just might drop this title, and then heading into Mania, he probably will go up against the current World Heavyweight Champion and challenge them for that title. Because if I recall, he loses at every fucking SummerSlam. He loses. So I don't know, but it looks strange. It looks weird. And deserves a strong word for Chad. He earned his opportunities and lost them fairly. No one is ready for Damage Control. Unrelated WWE news: Alicia Fox returned to the ring against Mickie James and looks really good, if anyone cares. As long as Alicia Fox is happy, I'm happy. And I'm glad that she's doing great in the ring again. Okay. So there was a few things that happened over the week that we saw. Obviously, one of them was between Triple H and Will Ospreay. Now, if you don't know who those two men are, Will Ospreay comes from New Japan, from my understanding. That's where he's been residing for a majority of his career, from what I've seen. He and Ricochet at one point in their careers crossed paths, and they had a really decent match. Will Ospreay is the kind of wrestler that you would expect him to be, very similar to Ricochet, high flyer. He can do ground and pound. But his bread and butter is that high flying, quick paced, fast style of wrestling, which some people enjoy and others don't. With all that being said, Triple H was on Pat McAfee's show during Mania week, and he was talking about, coming in and learning how to really knuckle down and grind to get to where you need to be. And he basically said that, if you're coming in and you take the easy way out and you're like, well, I'm going to go to the place where I can have an easier road. I don't have such a strenuous schedule. I can do this and do that, yada, yada, yada. He was like, well, you're not ready for this and we don't want you to be here. You're not cut out for this, essentially. For whatever reason, Will Ospreay took this personally, and I'm gonna assume that these words were heard in some capacity or just in some form during their negotiations to try to court Will Ospreay to come to the E, because he was one of the people they wanted, along with oh God, what is his name? There's another guy. White? Is his last name White?
What, Jay White?
Jay White, yeah, Jay White was lost to AEW from the E as well, and he was like, that was the one that Triple H was super pissed that got away. But anyways, Will Ospreay got on TV and cut a promo, and essentially was just like, the only reason why Triple H got to where he was because he was fucking the boss's daughter. Okay, so let's start with Triple H first. I don't disagree with what he said because there's a certain level of sacrifice and dedication that you have to be a WWE superstar. I will say that now it is much, 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 much more lax than it was, say, 10 years ago, even a year ago. It's much, much more lax than it was. So the life is a little bit easier to live when they are more concerned with you as a person rather than thinking of you as just an entity that makes money for them. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking at you like an object. They're not objectifying you. They're respecting you as a human. And then they are willing to speak to you as such. So they don't treat you like they have to have you in this little box. It seems now that in the E, they are allowing you to be treated as independent contractors, which is the way that it always should be. That's the way that it should have been from the beginning. So I don't disagree with what he said. In fact, I 100% agree with it. And I don't think that it applies to Will Ospreay, mainly because he wasn't building himself up to get to a specific level. He was already there. He was already well known in the IWC, in the wrestling community as a whole. Most people have heard Will Ospreay's name at some point. Now, if you're a casual fan, somebody who just watches the show, you're not like delving into wrestling lore, trying to learn about the business or anything like that, then no, you probably wouldn't know who Will Ospreay is, especially if you don't watch AEW or TNA, because he's been on TNA as well. So there's a level there that says, okay, could he have been talking about him? But if the shoe fits, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, he never called out his name. He never said him specifically. He didn't say there's a guy who did this. He just said there are some people who da da da. And I'm just like, well, I wouldn't have said anything about it because it was just a silly line. Now, let's get to Will Ospreay. I'm not even mad at what he said about Triple H and his wife. I just think it's a tired, late ass read, because if that is the only thing that you can go after Triple H for, and it's 2024, then sweetheart, you need to go sit down, because you could have went after him for getting demoted for doing that sorry ass Saudi deal, which cost them millions in money. And of course, it's blood money they taking from the Saudis to run that shit. You could go after them for the shitty pay-per-views that he's booked. Now, don't get me wrong, his hand was being held by Vinnie Mac the whole time, but let's just keep it real. You could have went after his bald ass head. Okay, you could have went anywhere but his wife. I do not understand. Like, you could have went way back and be like, listen, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, don't tell me about how I need to grind. Okay, your ass was out here bowing and curtsying and shit in the middle of the ring. So, child, fuck you. I mean, you could have said anything. This is where you go, and it got you this little cheap pop, and it was so awkward because you had to turn around to make sure everybody acknowledged it, which was just like, okay, bro, whatever. It was a late read. It was cheap and it was tired. You could have went anywhere instead of going there. But that's where you went. So that's where we're going to stay. Everybody said he had a right to say what he said. I disagree, because he never addressed you directly. If he had called you out on TV, I would have said, go ahead, talk your shit. But because he did not address you, I wouldn't have addressed it. I wouldn't even gave it any legs to walk, because what you now have done is made it seem as though what he said has some validity. Because you out here talking about him. Why are you trying to prove who you are to this man? Let me explain it to you this way. You were the one they came after to get them. They wanted to sign with you. They were coming after you, not the other way around. The moon don't bark at the dog. Honey, the dog barks at the moon. So why would you turn around and be standing up there on AEW Dynamite talking about how you've done this for the industry, you revolutionized the industry, you always done it, work to make it better, and then do this cheap ass bullshit line? You cheapened yourself. You cheapened yourself when you could have just kept it moving. I'm not saying you have to rise above. I'm not saying that. But this was not the thing that you needed to even talk about, let alone respond to. Now, what I do know is that Will Ospreay did not, at least from what I've read and from what I've heard, he's not the one who wanted to say the line or came up with the line in the first place. That came from backstage. They asked him, hey, look, do you want to, talk, want to add this to your talking points? Do you want to say this? And I guess Will was like, all right, bet. Yeah, fine. I don't care. Went out there and said it, because it gave him a little bit of a cheap pop, which is cool, but it was unnecessary. When you see Renee's face and you see Tony Schiavone's face, it was just like, it's a bunch of children. Like, look, I'm all for y'all happiness and I'm all for a good time when it comes to wrestling because I love wrestling. Okay, wrestling is fun for me. I get to sit for a couple hours and worry about somebody else's shit. I don't have to think about nothing that's going on at home. No bullshit that I have to worry about. It's a nice little escape within my house that I can enjoy. But when y'all do shit like this, it really irritates my soul. In this case, I'm fully on Triple H's side, and it's a rarity that I'm fully on Triple H's side because sometimes he say wild shit too. But in this case, he did not say anything wrong, especially if the rule is if it don't apply, let it fly, then your ass should have let it fly. I would not have even said the line on Dynamite. I'd have been like, no, I'm not saying that because what good is that going to do? That's not going to do nothing. And y'all just really like getting those clips, those viral clips going around on social media, and you get those cheap pops on TV. But y'all like going after WWE and taking shots. Like, it's really, really weird. And at this point, y'all have been in business too long to be doing this. Like, y'all got to move into a different space. Y'all got to start doing things and getting better because at this point, it's not fun to watch anymore. You are not even paying attention to what they're doing. And I'm not saying to mimic it, but to just see, like, look at the competition and then figure out how you can improve yours. Where are you weak at? Where are you strong at? Like, you ever heard of a SWOT analysis? A SWOT analysis defines the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and theories, I guess you could say, of a business. And that's exactly what AEW should have been doing in regards to WWE. I could give you a full SWOT analysis, but I ain't going to do it right now. That's an easy breakdown of what's going on in WWE. The SWOT analysis on AEW is very easy as well. The problem is nobody's taking the time to do it, and everybody's arguing and bickering with each other, but nobody's really talking no real shit. WWE is moving along and doing what they want to do, setting records, creating big storylines, having fun. Their superstars are happy for the most part. There's not really a lot that people are complaining about over there. Everybody talks about how happy they are in that locker room. The locker room is a much happier environment. Meanwhile, AEW is in chaos, and everybody wants to put on the facade of them being happy and living their best life. But the reality is some people is in the toilets back there, and y'all need to tighten up and straighten up. I don't want AEW to go anywhere. I want AEW to exist so people like Willow and Orange Cassidy can have opportunities. Because I promise you, if AEW didn't exist, we wouldn't see them on our TV screens during the week. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get on out of here. All right? I'm going to go ahead and roll up out of here. I'll be back on Monday after Monday Night Raw. I'm going to see what Jay Uso going to talk about on Monday when it comes to his brother, because his brother got laid eye, honey. Woo, child. Friday Night SmackDown's landscape has changed, and there is a new power in the vicinities, honey. All right? So, y'all make sure y'all rate, comment, and subscribe. please, please, please do me a solid and give me a thumbs up on this video. I would greatly appreciate it. And you guys subscribe. Next week, we're going to start giving out the memberships. Okay? So be on the lookout for that. And I will see you guys next time. Monday Night Raw After Show. It is coming. And I'll see you guys then.